then you need some things to transport data between places, right? So that's what cables and backbones are about. Let me explain those. Okay, so in each case I'm looking at, number one, their role within a network. Number two, how these things accomplish that goal. Okay? So very simply, what's the role? Why do we have cables in a network? Why do we need cables? Not worrying about wireless stuff. Yeah, we'll get to that. Simple question. Why do we need cables? Why does a city need roads? To connect things together, right? So to provide connections. In this case, physical connections, right? Yeah, I'm not a fan of this new software. It seems it's too slow for me. Anyway, physical. Okay, now, cables. There's all different kinds of cables, and I'm actually going to spend a whole lesson talking about the different kinds a bit later on. But backbones, all they are a specific kind of cable. All right. Where's your backbone? It's here, right? Put your hand on it right now and just feel it. Okay. Now, tell me why. Right now, you can probably feel all the bones and stuff like that, right? Why are there so many bones there? Does anyone know what the bones are for? Their flexibility. That's true. However, I would suggest that bones are actually the least flexible structure that our body has. The bones in your backbone, they are flexible because they're arranged in vertebrae, right? But why do we have to have bones there at all? I mean, it'd be pretty flexible without the bones, right? So why a backbone? What's inside the backbone? The backbone's actually wrapped around something. It's your spine, right? So your backbone and your spine are kind of, in our bodies, they're kind of synonymous, right? What's the function of your spine? Here's the analogy that was given to me a long time ago, and it's helped me a lot. Your spine, okay, it's kind of like the information superhighway of your body. What's a superhighway? It's like a normal road, just like a backbone is like a normal cable, but when you drive onto a highway, what are the differences? What kind of differences are there between a normal road and a highway? Or a superhighway? Say it again? Tolls. You gotta pay if you're on there, okay. How about say the M4? The M4 is free now, okay? And it's still a highway. What's different?
It's larger, it's got more space.
It's much bigger, right? This idea of a highway is that it goes over other stuff, so traffic can go along very quickly. The roads are wider, the lanes, there are more of them, all that kind of thing, right? So the idea is that your spine, your backbone, a highway, okay? They're designed to do the same thing as a regular road or a regular cable, but to do lots and lots and lots of it, okay? The point being, highways connect things where there's going to be lots and lots of traffic, okay? So in the same way, backbones connect nodes that they're going to expect to communicate a lot. So, let's give an example. I don't know where you guys live, which is probably a good thing. But I assume most of you live in like sort of suburban areas. Maybe a few of you live on sort of like main roads and the units or townhouses that are close to them. But mostly, think about the street you live on. How many lanes does it have? Two? If you live on a small road like mine, you don't even really have 2 lanes. It's sort of like 1.5-ish. And so there's not even a marking down the middle, okay? The idea is that the roads that we live on, they're quite small because not a lot of traffic goes on them, okay? If you got rid of the road in front of my house and put like a 6-lane superhighway there, no one would use it, okay? Because there isn't that much traffic that goes on it, right? However, if you think about, say, a city like, say, Sydney versus a city like Melbourne, there's a really huge highway that goes between the two of them. Why? Not a rhetorical question. Why do we build such big highways? Why not just put like a dirt track there? Or a place like out the front of my house, just like a 1.5 lane thing? Why not? Or think about the Harbour Bridge. Why is the Harbour Bridge like 6 or 8 lanes across, plus a rail lane track? Why? Why is it so big? Because there's going to be lots of people there, right? If you made it narrow, you would experience what we call a bottleneck. What's a bottleneck? In a bottle, right, most bottlenecks are quite narrow, right? And I suppose that's so you can control the rate at which you pour it, because if it was like super wide, you'd be like pouring it, trying to get a little bit of barbecue sauce, and it'd be like splat, right? So bottlenecks are designed to be small, to limit the amount of thing that can come out of it at any given time, right? But when you've got traffic or data, you don't want bottlenecks. Bottlenecks are dangerous, right? Because there's going to be lots of collisions and things will take a long time to get through, okay? So backbones are just like cables, but they're bigger. They can transfer more data, they can transfer it faster, okay?